In this module, you will learn about the structure of a human eye. The human eye is the organ of sight for human beings. Your eye transforms light waves reflected from objects that you see into images. The information about these images is then sent to your brain. Based on this information, your brain creates a picture of what you look at. This is how your eye enables you to see. Your eyes can also sense geographic directions, movement and color of objects, and light sources. In a technical sense, your eye can be considered an optical device, that is, an instrument of vision that detects light. Let's look at how this optical device works. First, we'll examine the structure of the eye. A human eye is spherical in shape, with a diameter of approximately 1 inch. It constitutes about 30 major and minor parts. Let's start with the sclera, or sclerotic. Sclera is a tough white fibrous tissue that protects and contains the internal parts of the eye. The next part is the cornea, a tough membrane covering the front surface of the eye that is bulged out. The cornea refracts the light that enters the eye. Behind the cornea lies a jelly-like substance called the aqueous humor. It enables the eye to cope with the changes in the atmospheric pressure. The iris forms the colored part of the eye. The iris adjusts the size of a tiny hole called the pupil to control the amount of light entering the eye. The next part of the eye is the crystalline lens. The crystalline lens is a transparent, biconvex structure in the eye, which, along with the cornea, helps to refract light so that it can be focused on a screen called the retina. The ciliary muscle is a ring-like structure attached to the iris. It helps focus images by contracting or relaxing as required to change the shape and focal length of crystalline lens. Thus, it ensures proper vision by changing the focal length of the eye lens based on the distances of objects in the line of vision. The space between the lens and the retina in the eye is filled with a clear, dense, jelly-like fluid called vitreous humor. The vitreous humor helps focus the image clearly on the retina and maintains the shape of the eye. The innermost part of the eye is called the retina, where an image is formed when light passes into the eye. The retina is spread all through the interior of the eye behind the lens, forming a canopy of the nerve endings of the optical nerves. The retina contains two main types of light-sensitive cells, called rods and cones. Through optical nerves, the retina connects the eye to the brain. When retina receives an optical image, it converts the image into electrical impulses and relays these impulses to the brain through the optical nerve. The brain then interprets these signals to an image of the object viewed through the eye. That's how the eyes help us to see. Here is a quick summary of the various parts of the eye and their functions. This brings us to the end of this module. In this module, you have learned that the major parts of the human eye and their functions are sclera, protects and contains internal parts. Cornea refracts incident light. Aqueous humor prevents collapse of the eye due to atmospheric pressure changes. Iris adjusts the size of pupil. Crystalline lens focuses the light reflected by objects on the retina. Ciliary muscles alter focal length of the crystalline lens. Retina receives optical image and converts it to electrical impulses. Vitreous humor maintains the shape of the eye. Optic nerve carries electrical impulses to the brain.